1,000-mile trek, seeking 3 square meals a day. 100,000 families on wheels. Westward, out of America's Dust Bowl, comes this constant caravan of migratory workers. Deserting their farmsteads that had shriveled and powdered and blown away in the wind, these people take pilgrimage to the promised land of plenty, the lush valleys of California. But jobs, unlike peaches, don't grow on trees, even in California. So government camps for nominal rent, payable in money or in work hours, provide sanitary shelter sites for these virtual refugees. Although operated under federal supervision, these camps have a system of self-government. Here, the migrant and his family, fortunate enough to find shelter on U.S. property, can maintain their self-respect while seeking market for their labor. Farming is seasonal, so these nomads must follow the road from crop to crop. But with more and more frequence are found large commercial holdings like El Solyo Ranch, where diversified farming ensures year-round production and a chance for a man to keep his hands calloused right through the almanac. The employment office at El Solyo returns many an exiled farmer to the soil. A permanent staff of 250 is maintained. Steady work for a favored few. Often, during the 9 months of harvest, the payroll swells to over 700. At El Solyo, many a migratory farmer has risen from laborer to supervisor. The unskilled hand draws $2.40 a day and must pay out $1 of that for room and board. Unlike Farmer Jones's back 40 acres, this ranch, a monster food factory, is operated like any large industrial plant. A complete office staff maintains constant contact with the commodity market. A system of cost accounting helps to keep it solvent. But crops don't grow out of ledgers and logarithms. A daily conference supervised by El Solyo's founder and general manager, Roy Pike, enables the various executive foremen to graph the course of every twig and sprig on the property from seedling to sales slip. Maximum efficiency on any farm depends largely on the morale of the man with the hoe. Working a 9-hour day, the field hands are given generous rest periods and provided with ample facilities for recreation. El Solyo, a large agrarian community in itself, provides living accommodations on the premises. The majority of the workers are quartered in bunkhouses, while foremen and field bosses live in these modern equipped cottages. $100,000 worth of up-to-date equipment serves to keep the fertile floor of the San Joaquin Valley green with produce for the pantries of the world. Diesel-driven tractors like a squadron of tanks disk the aisles of an orchard, leaving nothing more lethal in the wake of their caterpillar treads, furrows. Chemical warfare is waged in the vineyards to encourage the destructive leafhopper to vary his diet of grapes with a side dish of sulfur. Black walnuts have little market value, but black walnut trees take root and thrive in El Solyo's soil. So when they reach maturity, a small sprig of English walnut is grafted to the severed trunk. The incision is then sealed against the weather and sap leakage, and the hybrid tree is allowed to develop for 3 years, when it will bear only marketable English walnuts. Alfalfa is a universal refurbisher of crops, for besides being an excellent fodder, it lends chemical strength to the soil, making it more nutritious for other plantings. But crop rotation is only one phase of diversified farming. Here are 4,500 acres of productive earth, part of an investment of $4 million, planted in everything from walnuts to sugar beets, and only the most modern scientific cultivation can make it turn a penny's profit. In spite of efficient business management and decent treatment of its workers, it is a fact that El Solyo Ranch is not a highly profitable venture. For agriculture on this vast scale must carry overhead and supervisory charges which do not shackle the smaller farmer. A raucous flock of 8,000 turkeys is herded by guardian dogs en route to pasturage in special fields. The rotary blades of a grain combine cut a relentless path through over 200 acres of this unique crop of canary bird seed. Flooded fields support the thirsty roots of rice, another in the catalog of bounty boasted by El Solyo's versatile acreage. Sun-sodden vineyards ripen their juicy harvest of clustered grapes, slated soon to be dried into raisins or pressed into wine. A large percentage of land under cultivation is devoted to the raising of orchard fruit. Because of rapid spoilage, peaches must be picked within 2 days of ripening. And because they are tree-ripened and highly perishable, they must be gathered with speed and care. Harvest hands who specialize in the picking and grading of peaches command unusually high wages during the short, hectic season. After being sorted according to size and quality, the peaches are packed and loaded onto trucks ticketed for purchasing canneries and the company-owned dehydrating plants, where the dried fruit will be packaged and shipped to market. But no men of machines or method could have transformed a square inch of El Solyo into a richer earth were it not for irrigation. The San Joaquin River feeds enough water into these roots to serve the population needs of the entire state of Wyoming. Water is the lifeblood of the ranch. The pump house is the heart. Here the irrigation superintendent controls the circulation through any given section. He records the per gallon cost against the overhead of the particular acres served, and this is deducted from any profit that the land might yield. The main ditches and canals are the arteries that carry the vital flow to distribution points, where its pulse is read by the watermaster, who supervises the actual flood of a specific field. Comparable to the veins and capillaries are the service ditches and furrows that finally permit the precious water to serve the thirst of things that would grow green. Here is agriculture, civilization's oldest art, speeded up and streamlined in the tradition of our time. Big business in blue denim, fostering a machine that has created unsolved problems for capital and labor alike. Traced on a blueprint, built from a cost sheet, diesel-driven and spoon-fed, to yield 4,500 acres of plenty.